Welcome to Learn with Preetham. Today we will start with struct and enums. So let's first remove all this code here. And remove all this here as well. So what is the definition of struct? Struct is used to use memory efficiently. It is very much similar to class as it holds the data members like this and hold the parameters as well. I mean parameterized constructors and methods too. But the main funda behind struct is it reduces the memory allocation than that of the class. So enough of talking, let's dig into coding. First we want to create one class. Let me give the name as customer DOB. So now I have a customer DOB class keyword and give it as struct. Give the access specifier as public. And now I want to add the customer DOB data like int int month int cust year. So I have the member variables here, that is cust date, cust month and cust year. So now in my program.cs I want to initialize the cust DOB class, I mean the struct. So it is same like what I am initializing as an customer object. So it should be cust DOB. Let gives the name as cust. Here the variable, that cust variable is a struct type, that is customer DOB is a struct type. So it's directly storing the data, not the address of the memory. So when I am passing the customer object, it stored the customer object, that this variable stored the customer object, passing it to the address memory. So and now let me give the values here, that is cust dot let me give public here as well. And now cust date, that should be, let's say 10. So today's date is 17, so I am giving it as 17. Cust dot cust month, that is 1, and cust dot cust year, that is 22. So now I want to print the values. So CW, so cust dot cust date, cust dot cust year, no, cust month, and now cust dot cust year, and fill the code. Now run it. See, observe the value. It's 17/1 2022. So it's printing. So what's the concept behind struct is when the item is merely a collection of values, I can use struct logically. So it reduces the memory allocation as such. So the program perform much faster and use less memory for that. So that's why we use struct for some cases, not all the cases. For some cases we use struct. So now let's say this program class belong to me and I am a third party vendor, and this customer class belong to some bank. So this third party vendor and bank has a business between them. So as a vendor I want to check what type of card this bank has and do some coding accordingly or do some work accordingly. So first let me remove all this code here, and let's say I want to add one, remove the address and add one card type variable here. String card type. So I have a card type variable here, and so now and has the constructor, that is, let's create a constructor here. The constructor will be parameterized constructor. Okay, let me remove this for sake of easy coding. Let's say int id, cust id, string cust name, and string cust card type. And now this card type belongs to cust card type. This dot card name belong to cust name, and this dot cast id cust id. So why it's throwing an warning here? Let's see. Okay, I made a mistake here. It should be card. Yeah. So the thing is, I have some variable initialized, and I have initialized the variable in the parameterized constructor here. Let's say I want to see this string number, so I have to give the data to the constructor, that is, let's say 1001. Then name would be, let's say, John, and the last one is, let's say we have platinum, let's say regular. Okay, now I want to print the card type belongs to John. So let's say customer dot name has a card of plus customer dot card type. So John has a card of, it should be type, and close. Now let's build the code. And run it. Observe the output here. it says John has a card of regular type. Fine. So uh, let me create another customer. Name him as cust. It's a customer type, and let me give 1002, and the name would be Pritham, and the card type would be, let's say, platinum. Okay, and I copy this line and print it here, change it to cust here as well. Okay, now run the code, build it, run it. See, John has a card of regular type, Pritham has a card of platinum type. So if this customer that belong some bank, that bank has no diamond card to it, so then what is the purpose of printing diamond, regular, platinum, whatever it is? Because we will not fetching the details from this customer class. So for this purpose we need some kind of a class that can hold some constant that is unchangeable or read-only variable. Here comes the concept of enum. So enum is same as a class, but it holds some constant value that is unchangeable values. So now I can have, let's say I have a class that give it a name as card type. Okay, change the name to enum. So it's an enum, it's not a regular class, it's an enum, and give it as public for the sake of coding. So now I have a card type class and I have a customer class. This both these two belongs to particular bank, and it has let's say type of regular, give it as regular, then gold, and then platinum. So okay, we have regular, gold, and platinum card. We don't have diamond card here. Let me save it. Let's say I want to change John's card to diamond. Now I have run the code. See, John has a diamond type card. Is for the bank is regular, gold, no diamond. There is no diamond. So I have to code accordingly to get it corrected. So now this cast card type is a string data type. I want to change it card type. So this cast card type of customer is a data type, that card type, that is a enum, and it hold all this, and it hold all these three values. Okay, so now see, it's throwing an error here. It says cannot implicitly convert type string to learn with Pritham dot card type. So I have to change the data type here as well. It's a card type. Now the error has gone. I have a card type here, and in my program, see here, it says cannot convert from string to learn with Pritham dot card type. So I have some constant value, I have to change it accordingly. So now it should be card type dot, say it is giving regular, gold and platinum. So I have set a proper value to it. I cannot add according to my thoughts. So if I add here, let's say titanium and let's check here. Oh, let me save it first. Okay, now dot and check regular, gold, platinum, titanium. So let's say we have gold for the customer 1 and we have card type dot titanium customer 2. So let me print. Observe the output. It says John has a card of gold type, Pritham has a card of titanium type. So this is all about enums. So now if the bank want to add some other type of card to it, it is very much possible. And if I want to perform other operation with all this, I can do. I can just type card type and hit a dot and it will show whatever card is present currently. So this is it. This is the basic introduction of struct and enum. And so for the next class, we'll start with boxing and unboxing and access specifiers. Stay safe and keep watching.